So, if you're still sitting there wrestling with keyframes and watching render bars crawl across your screen, I've got some tough news. The AI video editing revolution isn't coming, it's already here. And frankly, the creators who've jumped on board are already lapping everyone else. Today, we're putting the 4 tools that really matter to the test to find out which one is the undisputed champ.
Here's the game plan for today. First, we'll quickly set the stage and talk about this AI video revolution. Then it's on to the main event. Our 4 contenders will go head-to-head in 3 rounds. We'll start with ease of use, then move to the really crucial stuff, editing and repurposing, and finally, we'll talk money with pricing and value. After all that, we'll crown our winner.
Let's just be real for a second. The biggest problem we all face is that traditional video editing is a massive bottleneck. It's just too slow for the world we live in now. That old school, super meticulous process, it just can't keep up when the name of the game is volume and consistency.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The math here is actually kind of brutal. For every day you spend getting one video absolutely perfect, there's someone else out there pushing out 5 pieces of content and getting 10 times the eyeballs. It's not about that one masterpiece anymore. It's about creating a constant stream of high-quality stuff.
Okay, so who are the big players in this new game? Well, we've cut through all the noise to bring you the 4 heavyweights that you need to know about. Captions AI, Veed, Submagic, and Opus Clip. It's time to put them in the ring and see how they really stack up.
All right, let's kick things off with round 1, ease of use. Because let's face it, a tool could have all the power in the world, but if it's impossible to figure out, it's useless. This round is all about that first impression experience. How quickly and intuitively can you get from logging in to having a finished video?
And right out of the gate, the scores are in and we've got a really interesting split. Captions and Submagic both snag a perfect 5 out of 5. Their whole philosophy is about being super approachable, letting you get started immediately. On the other hand, Veed and Opus Clip score a very respectable 4, trading just a tiny bit of that initial simplicity for a whole lot more power under the hood.
So digging in a bit, Captions AI is all about that simplicity-first approach. Its interface is incredibly clean, almost minimalist. Veed, though, feels more complex right away, but that complexity is there for a reason. It's hiding a much deeper, more robust set of features that power users are absolutely gonna love.
Submagic's real strength is its laser focus. It's built to do one thing, clip content, and it does it without any confusing bells and whistles. Opus Clip is also super easy to get started with, but its dashboard is packed with some powerful extras, things like analytics and a content scheduler. So yeah, there's a little bit more of a learning curve if you want to master everything it can do.
And now we're on to the main event, round 2, editing and repurposing. This is where the rubber really meets the road. This is where we separate the fun little toys from the serious professional tools. How well do these things actually edit? And, this is the big one, how good are they at turning your long videos into a bunch of viral shorts?
Whoa, okay, the scores here tell a completely different story. Opus Clip jumps way out in front with an incredible 4.5. Veed is right there with it as a strong contender. But look at Captions AI. It really struggles in this category, and you start to see its limitations as a true all-around editor. And here's why. You quickly realize Captions is basically a template system, and get this, it's locked into vertical video only. That's a potential deal breaker. Veed, by contrast, is a full-blown editor. It has this awesome feature called Magic B-roll that literally listens to what you're saying and automatically adds relevant pictures and clips to your timeline. Pretty cool. Now, Submagic has some pretty slick visual tricks, like magic zooms, that can add a lot of dynamic energy. But Opus Clip, it's just playing on another level. It has a massive suite of AI enhancements, 2 different kinds of B-roll, and, for the pros out there, it even lets you export your project to other software for those final polished touches. Okay, now for repurposing. Taking one long video and turning it into a ton of short clips. For a lot of creators, this is the entire reason to use a tool like this. It's where you get those massive efficiency gains. And, wow, the scores are crystal clear. Opus Clip gets a perfect 5 out of 5. It is just in a league of its own here.
So let's break down why. Captions, we found, is pretty slow. And honestly, the clips it generates just have weak opening hooks. They don't grab you. Veed is way faster, and it has a rating system, which sounds great, but we found the ratings just weren't very accurate, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Submagic does produce some good quality clips, but it has this tendency to create slightly different, repetitive versions of the exact same moment. Opus Clip, however,
is a game changer. It uses actual performance data for its viral score, it finds genuinely better and more varied clips, and it even lets you schedule them to post automatically. It's a complete system from creation to distribution.
And that brings us to our final round, pricing and value. Look, having great features is one thing, but at the end of the day, what are you actually getting for your hard-earned money? Let's take a look at the bottom line.
So if we look at the plans that are most useful for the average creator, the price differences are pretty significant. Veed is the most expensive, coming in at $50 a month. Submagic and Captions are kind of in the middle, and then you have Opus Clip at a very, very competitive $29.
And here is where it all comes together. When you factor in all those powerful features we just talked about, Opus Clip doesn't just deliver the best results, it's also one of the most affordable. That combination of high performance and a great price gives it a huge lead in overall value, earning it that fantastic 4.5-star rating.
So after 3 intense rounds, after looking at everything from the user interface and the editing power to viral potential and, of course, the price, the verdict is in, and it is crystal clear. We're not just talking about a slightly better editor here. We are talking about a genuine strategic advantage.
And the winner, by a really significant margin, is Opus Clip. I mean, in every single category that we tested, it just consistently outshone the competition. This wasn't a photo finish. It was a knockout. It was a clear demonstration of a platform that is simply superior.
And that's because you have to stop thinking of Opus Clip as just an editor. A much better way to describe it is a content multiplication system. It fundamentally changes how you work. It takes your workflow from simple addition, making one video at a time, to true multiplication.
So what does that actually mean for you? It means you can post way more content, way faster. It means you can finally keep a consistent schedule without burning yourself out. It means you can test tons of different clips and ideas to see what your audience really loves. And you can truly finally scale your growth.
Just think about this for a second. From a single 1-hour podcast or video, a tool like Opus Clip can spit out over 20 high-quality, ready-to-post clips. And it does that in minutes, less time than it takes a traditional editor to even import the footage and start a project. That is an absolutely game-changing level of efficiency.
So look, this massive shift in how content gets made is no longer a question of if it's going to happen. It's happening right now. The tools are here. So the only question left for you is, are you going to be one of the creators who grabs this advantage and leads the charge, or are you going to be the one playing catch-up a year from now?